If you want to hear about the time I royally up, you're in the right place.
Hello, hello, welcome to my video. Hello, hello.
Hello! Let me tell you a story. Once upon a moon, March of 2020, COVID-19. The stock market was dropping rapidly, and I knew I wanted to get in on that. However, I didn't have that much money to invest at the time. Warren Buffett says that there are 2 rules for investing. 1, never lose money. 2, never forget rule number 1. In other words, never lose your principal. However, I didn't feel like I had enough money to diversify and protect my principal, and I wasn't willing to pull from my other investments in order to fuel this one. Simply put, the market drop came at the wrong time for me, but I didn't want to let this opportunity pass me by. So I came up with a plan. I decided I was going to invest $500. Yes, I was going to pay $500 for a lesson in stock investing. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't planning on losing my $500. All I wanted to do was test everything I had learned about the stock market. That way, when the next market crash came along, I would be fully prepared to grab my opportunity by the horns. So I decided I was going all in. All or nothing. And there was a specific idea that I wanted to try out. A golden concept that I once read about that would make me hundreds of thousands of dollars in the next market drop. If I did it right. Asymmetrical risk. Investing using asymmetrical risk is when you find stocks that are very likely to increase. And when they do, they would double, triple, or quadruple your earnings. You find multiple of these golden stocks and you invest in all of them. That way, you're making money even if a few of them are duds because you're covering your loss. You should do it in such a way where you'd make back your principal if even one of the stocks work out. When you employ asymmetrical risk to its full potential, you protect yourself against loss while simultaneously opening up a horizon for huge profit. Don't forget, you have to invest in stocks that are very likely to increase for this to work. Even though I wasn't personally investing in multiple stocks, I did feel like I had the skills necessary to identify a winning stock that would go up tremendously in value. Long story short, I looked through all the stocks that were being undervalued and I ended up investing in RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. I bought the stock at $35, a stock that had been valued at over $130 before the pandemic. Based on the numbers, it was very likely to shoot up over time. People were worried about RCL for a variety of reasons, but I determined that most of those reasons were fueled by fear. When you took an objective look at things, RCL was a clear winner. So I invested $500 in one stock. Remember, I was ready to lose everything. I just wanted to see if I could apply what I had learned. I told my boyfriend at the time about the opportunity, and he decided that he wanted to invest with me. It was a sweet moment. However, unlike me, he wasn't willing to lose all of his money. Have you ever heard that phrase, the market can remain insolvent longer than you can remain solvent? Well, there you go. I had made it a point to forget I had even invested $500, but my boyfriend at the time, who had invested a lot more than me, checked on RCL every single day, multiple times a day. And it didn't make him feel secure when the numbers went up and down and up and down. So he told me that we should pull out the next time it hit a high. And because I didn't really care, I said sure. Now some of you who are more familiar with investing might be thinking, pulling out your principal from a volatile stock isn't bad at all. Except I didn't just pull out my principal. I pulled out everything. That's right, we completely cashed out and made 50% more than we had invested. It was a great return. I had thought I was wrong. Today, RCL is close to $100 a share, and it's likely to continue rising. Had I not pulled my money out, it would have tripled. To sum all this up, I found a stock with a 400% return, and I cashed out at 50%. All because someone close to me suggested that I should. Hello. I took a small break to relive the trauma, but I'm back now. Thank goodness I decided to pursue this learning opportunity when I did, because trust me, I learned a lot. Thankfully, I don't have too much regret about missing out on 350% profit, but only because I was doing it on such a small scale, and I half expected something to go wrong anyway. That's why I was thinking of it as a learning opportunity, but that was part of the problem. I wasn't pursuing my lesson with nearly as much diligence as I should have. 1. It's great that I found one winning stock, but that was my chance to identify 4 more winning stocks. And instead, I went all in on one just because I thought the amount was small. That was stupid. I should have invested $100 in 5 different stocks and conducted a real experiment that utilized diversification. Instead, I did not do that, And it's unfortunate because if I had, I probably would have learned more. 2, when I committed to RCL, I shouldn't have let others make me waver in my commitment. I had done the research. I knew what I was doing. Plus, I was investing in a safe way. So why did I pull out? 3, even after I decided to pull out, I shouldn't have pulled out more than my principal. I could have let that money, the children of my principal, work for me. And instead, it's now sitting in an investment with much lower returns. 4, I was way too cavalier about $500. And because I was so cavalier, I missed out on my $2,000 payday. And crazy enough, at the time, I actually counted it as a win, not thinking about my future profits. That's a big lesson right there. I thought I was making $250, when in reality, I was losing $1,250! Yay! If I had taken my money and my lesson more seriously, this would not have happened. Additionally, because of my carefree attitude, I missed out on even more important lessons. And now, I'm going to have to learn those lessons on a much bigger scale. And I promise you, the regret will be visceral if I find out I'm missing $125,000 instead of $1,250. So that's the story. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you do your own experiments in the future. I know that there are a lot of you who probably want to invest in stocks but don't quite have the capital to make really good returns yet. Don't let that stop you from preparing for your investing future, because trust me, you're gonna want to learn on $50, not $50K. As you gain more confidence with your experiments, invest even more. Learn to recognize opportunities within the stock market and take advantage of them. Then, when you're ready, you'll knock it out of the ballpark. Remember, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me in the comments. And if you want to learn more about stocks, keep watching this channel because I'll definitely cover it. And also watch some other financial channels because you also want to diversify your financial knowledge. And as always, if you like this content, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Why? I could drab it. Watch other financial channels. Once Upon a Moon, March 3rd. Why am I messing up so much? You find many of these, not many, why did I say that? Messed up. Okay. Oops, okay.